Good morning, children. I'm so glad you could join us today for this week's Bible story. And this week's Bible story is found in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Jesus and his disciples had been together and they had been very busy. And they had gone across the lake and come to the other side. They were going to have a rest. But some other people saw where they were going, and so they followed. You see, they had heard about all the wonderful things that Jesus had done, and so they wanted to be with Jesus. Jesus and his disciples climbed up a nearby mountainside. Jesus then taught the people all sorts of wonderful things about God and about himself. And he also healed many of the people who were sick. The day got later and later, and it got near dinner time. The disciples said to Jesus, "Jesus, send the people away so that they can go and buy some food for dinner." Jesus said to Philip, "Well, where would we go to buy some food to feed these people?" Philip said, "We don't have enough money to buy food to feed all these people. There were thousands and thousands of people here, a huge crowd of people." Andrew was listening, and he said, "Well, there's a little boy here, and he has 5 loaves and 2 fish in his little lunch basket." "But what's that amongst so many people?" Jesus said, "Bring that to me." So the little boy and his lunchbox were brought to Jesus. And Jesus took out of that lunchbox the 5 loaves of bread. And he looked up to heaven and he thanked God for those 5 loaves of bread. And then Jesus did something really wonderful. He made that little number of 5 loaves of bread turn into a lot of bread. And so the disciples went and gave all this bread to all the people, to all those thousands of people who were sitting there on the grass. And everyone had plenty to eat. Jesus then did the same thing with the fish. He blessed the fish and he thanked God for the fish, and then he turned those 2 little fish into lots and lots of fish. And his disciples went and gave them all to the people to eat as well. And again, there was plenty to eat. When everyone had finished eating, Jesus said, "Let's not waste any food. Go around and pick up all the leftovers." And so the disciples went and they gathered up all the leftover food, and it ended up being 12 basketfuls of bread and fish. Wasn't that wonderful? Jesus had been able to do a lot with a little. He had turned that little boy's bread and fish into enough food for thousands and thousands of people. And that's what Jesus is like. He's able to do impossible things like that because he is the Son of God. And that just reminds me of a memory verse that you could actually have a look at this week, and that's this one. It says, "Nothing, absolutely nothing, is impossible with God." Nothing is impossible with God. And that's found in Luke chapter 1, verse 37. Your parents will be able to find some worksheets for you to do. I'll just show you one of them. One of them is this basket, which you can cut out as a black and white basket, and then you can colour it in. And then you can colour in some bread. You can colour in 5 loaves of bread, and you'll be able to pop them into your basket, and also 2 fish, and you'll be able to pop the fish in as well. I hope you enjoy doing that and making that at home. And there are a few other things there as well that you might enjoy doing. It's been lovely seeing you again. I hope you have a really good week, and bye for now.